with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Cuties, let me grab me a truly. This may be a little let looses tonight. Let me play that one more again and I'll be ready. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat. All right. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Oh, I sound terrible. How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. Nice to see you guys. Shout out to the cutie crew in the building. Shout out to each and every cutie that is in the chat. Shout out if you over there being spectacious. Let me go ahead and play some spectacious.
Y'all came here to be spectation, spectate, whatever the word is. I probably want to respect that.
I respect that. Just hit the like button for me, please. Shout out to Linda Gamble, the legend child of the mods. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Square Biz. Hello, Teresa. How are you? Look, I'm going to get right on into this because I am hot. I'm going to try not to make this too much of a let loose. Oh, Angela. Oh, tell your grandbaby I said hi. Baby, chit chat with QT. But look, we're gonna get started. As I said, it's the lies for me. The lies. It's a whole scheme set up by Carlos Kane. And I'm gonna get into it. But as I mentioned, please make sure to hit the like button. I had some more Huntsville happenings, but we will discuss that at a later date. But look, didn't I just tell you guys the other day that the melometer conversation was going to be trending? I did. I did. When Carlos made sure to insert that clip in his sit down with Stormy Steele, you guys know the clip of Marceau calling the melometers crazed and deplorable. Carlos included that on Reality with the King, and I peeped game right then and there. How convenient, though, I must say, that the following week, a few days later, Carlos and Heavenly's friend, Funky Dineva, just so happened to mention the Melometers on his show last night. Now, this is where I'm a little confused. Funky Dineva has not even been covering Love in Mary Chancellorsville. Funky Dineva been over there doing hot topics and all of that as of late. No Love in Mary Chancellorsville content. So, what made Funky mention the Melometers last night out of the blue? Who put him up to it? Put it in the chat if you know who put Funky Dineva up to it. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen, child. None other than, in my opinion, Carlos King. Look, I'll get into why when it comes to Carlos in a couple minutes. But Funky Dineva was loud. I see you guys. CK Carlos, CK Carlos. I see you guys. Hey, Sammy. Facts. But when it comes to Funky Dineva, he was loud and wrong when it comes to the melometers. Talking about the melometers got Black shut down. Funky Dineva, I don't know. Since you aren't covering Love in Mary Chancellorsville, maybe you should, because Tisha and Marceau, the owners of Black, had a scene on the first half of this season 8. They were sitting in Black. It was a little dim. Chairs was on top of the tables and all that other type of shit, indicating that Black was closed. But Tisha and Marceau also mentioned in that episode that it was the local city folk that got Black shut down. You know, probably that pastor of that church behind Black, politicians and all of that. But they said that those people called the city on them. So I'm just confused. How did the melometers get blamed when the owners again came out and said who called? Do you guys remember that? Anybody in the chat remember that? Let me see what you said, Peaches and Cream. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday in advance. You're going to New York? Oh, I've never been to New York and I've always wanted to go. Happy birthday to you. I hope you enjoy. Turn up. Turn up. Let's see what Sammy said. I'm going to get to that, Sammy. You said, but Funky is friends with the Scots. So I'm sure he knows that the Scots have issues with the church people. So what was the reason in my Cardi B voice? I agree with you, Sammy. We'll get into a little bit more of that. But again, it was the owners of Black who went on Love in Mary Chancellorsville who said that the city folk got them temporarily shut down. So Funky Dineva was loud and wrong while being a mouthpiece. For who? Carlos King. Carlos King, in my opinion. But this is the bigger question. When these, in quotation marks, melometers call, let me see if I can bring up a phone tone, child. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. When they call these establishments, do they announce themselves? Do they say, hello, Huntsville City Hall? My name is Chit Chat. I'm a melometer, and I would like to report a business because the owners have been shady to a cast member. Her name is Melody Cherie on a TV show that's called Love in Marriage Huntsville. Do people announce themselves? You know, I'm a melometer. Hello. KNRB, I am so serious. It's the audacity for me. And Sammy, to your point, funky. We know that you've taken a liking to the Scots, just like a lot of folks have taken a liking to Mel. Now, me personally, I remember Funky Dineva sit down years ago with Tasha K, Storm Monroe, and himself. And they all made it clear years ago that they didn't like Mel. They thought she was going to be living in an apartment, you know what I'm saying, with no furniture. And they thought she was going to be Ariane Curry, basically. That was years ago. If you guys didn't see it, do a quick search on YouTube. It's still up there. But Funky, when Maurice Scott brought his scoop ball head ass out here and thought he was doing something, when he came up with this bright idea to have a list of people that he wanted to reward or name as Funky Dineva YouTube uh 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 cream of the crop. Anybody remember that? Maury Scott had this whole list, child, and he started naming these folks. And I would like to give this person the Funky Dineva recipient award, whatever that bullshit was. I called it out instantly. But what followed is what's on trend as far as what's happening now to me. Because that very next day, that next morning, after Maurice brought his scoop bald head ass out there, Funky Dineva got on YouTube and called Melody Cherie all types of biatches. You remember Lady Sweetness, TNTG Mom? Y'all remember? I lightened him up, lies more lies. I lightened him up, child, just for this thumbnail, because it was blending in. But who remembers that? Thank you, chosen by God. You remember. Teresa remember. Linda remember. The very next morning, after Maurice came out here, Funky Dineva got on YouTube, and a lot of us let loose on his ass then. Called Mel all type of bitches. I guess he was excited because of what Maurice, came out and said. So, like Sammy said, and like I said, he's always taken a liking to the Scots. Hey, Sassy TV from the 803. Hey, Reality 419. Everybody remember, huh? Everybody. I know I do. I know I do. Got a video to prove it. Yes, I do. So yeah, he's always be down. He's always been down with the Scots. We know he love him some Wanda Child. Love him some Wanda J. Blige. You know what I mean? Um, the Scots, Maurice, Marceau. So is it shocking to me that Funky will try to blame The melometers, no, it's not. But the timing is, the timing is, and again, you don't have proof that the melometers are calling and complaining about anything. Who's going to be crazy enough to announce themselves as a melometer? Nobody. And then look, guys, there was another call. Another call. Another call, child. This time, these people are crazy, or they think other folks crazy. This time, the calls went to, what the heck? Sorry, guys. Oh, I got a little fly. It must have came in when I just let my fur babies in. I hate flies. But this time the call went in, child, to Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. Sassy, you say, hey y'all. Yes, drug his tail from the crypt looking self. Facts, Sassy. We remember. We remember. I remember. And but yeah, now guys, the calls went to Smiles by Heavenly. Now, before I get to Heavenly, let me refresh some folks' memory when it comes to Dr. Heavenly. And I'm not going to play any of these videos, but I did content on it. And I'm just going to scroll the screen. Let me get this off my screen so you guys can see. These are videos about Heaven and Carlos. And I'm going to break down this timeline for you guys in a second. But this one, 2 months ago, 55,000 views. Thank you guys so much. I'll share it again. But this video was about Carlos in a subliminal way, clapping back at Dr. Heavenly after Dr. Heavenly said what? She was done reviewing Love in Mary Chanceville. This was 2 months ago, guys. 2 months. And again, there are videos. Now, look, Dr. Heavenly called out Carlos over a year ago. There's always been trouble in paradise when it comes to Carlos and Heavenly. Always. But again, when it comes to Heavenly, and I will share this, let me share it live, child. Hold on, I'm going to pause it and I'm going to share it. And you guys make sure to take a look. This is when Heavenly said, hold on. She was done reviewing Love in Mary Chanceville. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Trying to do too much. Ciao. So, if you didn't watch that, I just shared it. And make sure to watch it after this video. But again, that was 2 months ago. And I'll refresh everybody's memory when it comes to that. Heavenly and Carlos sat down with Ken. You guys remember that? After they sat down with Trish. Trish even called Heavenly messy as hell when she sat down. Aunt Debbie. Hey, Aunt Debbie, I love you. Shout out to you guys. But when Trish first, let's get the order. Trish sat down with Heavenly and Carlos first. During that sit down, Trish let it be known that Ken really didn't want to come because Ken felt like Heavenly was messy as hell. The next week, after Heavenly did a little sucking up, Ken went and sat down with Heavenly and Carlos. and Heavenly sort of redeemed herself with Ken. I'm just giving you guys the timeline. Follow me, follow me. The following week, Heavenly and Carlos sat down with, is it Marquez? Marquez. That's how you pronounce it. Now, I want to see real quickly if you all's memory is like mine. Because during that interview, Heavenly was all on Marquez's side. Heavenly, being messy, turned against Ken after sucking up to Ken the week before. She was so much on Marquez's side that, remember Marquez said, let me give you my number. You can call me and talk to my granny and all of that. It was after that sit down, that was when Heavenly went live. Yes, she did, Sassy. She sided with Marquez. And because of that, she went live and said that she was done with Messy Mondays. She was through. And her reason why is because she didn't want to break up families. Does anybody remember that, or am I crazy? She spoke with his grandmama, Teresa. She spoke with Granny. After speaking with Marquez on Messy Mondays and on the phone and to his grandma, Heavenly was baby distraught the next morning. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. I knew Aunt Debbie would remember. She was distraught. She was outside walking and she said she is done with giving reviews and Messy Mondays. And at that time, she said, I'm just going to do politics or something. I'm just going to do politics. I got a whole video about it with her live included. Where did this come from now? Now, the Melometers, then called messy ass, Tasmanian devil ass, Dr. Heavenly, who's not scared of nobody. Seriously? And again, I just want to play this ring again because this had to have been how it went. Let me play it, child. Yes, hi. I'm a melometer. And I know Dr. Heavenly is the owner of this establishment, but I just want to give you guys a call and let you know Dr. Heavenly is messy. Dr. Heavenly is messy. Heavenly, being the owner, is not moved or shaken by anybody that's going to call her shit. Okay, that's number one. And number two, Heavenly has been a terror on her own damn show, Married to Medicine. She's been catching heat about her own commentary against her own cast members for years. But now, a melometer child, a whole melometer then called her shop and she done. She done. If y'all don't get the hell up out of here with this, it does sound crazy. KNRB. Hi, I'm a melometer, and Dr. Heavenly said something that I didn't like about Mel. Mel is a castmate on Love and if y'all don't get the hell up on out of here with this. Hey, Z Frenchie. Look, let me just be clear. I don't believe in doxing, calling folks' jobs or businesses or city hall or none of that. Because number one, it's just not that deep for me. And number two, I wouldn't want it to happen to me. But how can they differentiate who's who, what's what? It could be, in my opinion, a raindrop, a storm chaser, a T Squad member, the boopies. It could be any damn body. And I feel like it is so reckless to come out here and just blame a group of people who are what? First, individuals. So, yeah, all of us may support Mel. Some may go a little further than Chit Chat would. But that don't mean that we behind the scenes conspiring and meeting up and okay, at 9 o'clock chit chat, you drop your video, you say this. At 10 o'clock, sassy, you drop yours and you say this. At 11, come on now. And unless you have audio of somebody announcing themselves as a melometer, it is reckless. And it was reckless for Carlos to even put that on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But guess what? He spent the block on that shit. He spent the block. And again, we just saw it Saturday night on Reality with the King when he sat down with Stormy. You cannot group everybody together and that reflects all of Mel's supporters or all of her melometers. You can't do that. And my question is this: how do you all know that it's not Mel haters acting like melometers if they would have had some proof? How easy would that be? Somebody that don't care for Mel will go ahead and make some phone calls and announce, I'm a melometer. I'm gonna do this. I'm a melometer. I'm gonna do that. Come on now, Carlos, your ass is bogus, bogus. And again, I feel like my own personal opinion that this is all a scheme set up by Carlos King. I think Carlos put a call in to his boy, Funky Dineva, and whomever else that may pop out here with a channel, or whomever else already has a channel that Carlos is cool with. Why do I think that? Number one, again, because he's already allowed it on Love and Marriage Huntsville. As I just said, he allowed it on a Reality with the King. And guess what? Marceau will be the next guest on Reality with the King. And I am not psychic. I can promise you. I can promise you it will be mentioned when Marceau is there as well. Inez, absolutely. They all in cahoots. Absolutely. But for me, this is Carlos's get back. Look, Carlos' plan, in my opinion, went into fruition early this year. He had that money grab of that podcast and was cheesing all up in whatever melometers was there, cheesing all up in y'all face. Got that money and it's been downhill ever since. Got that money, start striking melometers channels. Got that money, start allowing his cast members to talk against Mel. In my opinion, this is Carlos's attempt to bring the queen of his Love and Marriage franchise down. Why? Because Mel called his ass out. Why? Because Mel got Martell arrested. Why? Because Mel, when it comes to her support and the coin, is bigger than this guy who created the damn show, in quotation marks. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. A blind man could see what's going on. Funky Dineve ain't brought his ass out here all of a sudden to mention, oh, can I say it? Ooh, I don't even know if I could. Look, Funky Dineva, Carlos King, and Heavenly all live in Atlanta. Funky Dineva just moved to Atlanta. If I'm not mistaken, Funky Dineva and Heavenly went out to dinner recently, and I am of the belief that Carlos King's ass was right there as well. And that's where I think that they all came together to come up with this. And Beverly Eunice, because I have gay men that support me. I have some appreciation and respect for a lot of gay male content creators. So let's just make sure to put some. But I see your comment. Let's make sure to put some. But yeah, I think, guys, they all got together then and came up with a scheme. Because Carlos, Kingdom Reign is the production company. And guess what? Kingdom Reign could have very well came out and said, and I'm talking about Carlos, no, Funky, that's wrong. That's wrong, Funky, because Marceau and Letitia said the city folks called on them. Carlos didn't do it and he not going to do it. But guess what? He knew that when it was said on the show. He edited shit and even allowed other cast members to try to blame. Mel got 600 and something thousand supporters. And again, you cannot group everybody together. You can't group me. And I'm not going to blindly believe anybody that will come out here and say something like that without proof. This is the age of damn near everything, being able to be proven. Dr. Heavenly, especially, I'm sure her establishment, they may have where they record phone calls for customer service purposes and all of that. Where is the recording that somebody called and said, I'm a melometer? To my business, I would have hung up on them, period, and continued on. But it cannot erase for me what Heavenly said out of her own mouth. Out of her own mouth. And again, this video is when it was said. Heavenly let Marquise, whatever his name is, baby, she let them eyes get to her and probably talk to Granny. And Heavenly was feeling bad. And she said, I'm done. She said, I always get blamed. And it's me and Carlos that's giving commentary. That's what she said. Then we know Carlos probably begged her, just finish this out. Please, just finish this out. We're going to go on our mid-season hiatus, so I ain't got to pay them a full season rate. Shout out to Winner. If you can just finish this out with me. And she did. And guess what? They told her ass a new one again because Carlos continued to let her take the blame. But Mel is the one that called Carlos and Heavenly out. She ain't need no melometers. She ain't need not one melometer. Mel called them out, especially the toxic leader, also known as Carlos King. And Mel said at that time, I don't appreciate how you all, she didn't say these exact words, sitting over there allowing or talking about basically her and at the time her friend Shanita. That's when Heavenly said Martell need to climb that big bitch or whatever she said. But Mel didn't say hootie hoo. I ain't hear no hootie hoo. And if you from the city, especially the Shy, you know a hootie hoo is a call. You calling out for help, assistance. Mel didn't let out no hootie hoo. She handled that shit on her own. So it's all BS to me. It really, really is. Um, as I stated, Heavenly has been messy. Damn near from the time she called or told Mariah Hook, yo mama. Heavenly been messy as hell. Cast members of hers have said that they damn near didn't even want to continue to film with Heavenly because she was yapping at the mouth, talking about them like a dog. So much so that when it comes to her commentary on Married to Medicine, she had to stop doing that on YouTube. I believe she took it to Patreon. I don't know. That wasn't the Melometers' fault. That wasn't. And who's to say people that do not like the way, if this is true, I'm talking all this shit, if it's even true. But who's to say it wasn't people that didn't like what Heavenly and Carlos both said about Sweet Tea? Remember they talked about her eggs and she can't have kids and this or that. What if somebody was upset about that and called Smiles by Heavenly? What if it was Mariah's mama that just remembered the disrespect that she received because of Heavenly? What if it was Sweet Tea? What if the list, what if it was Coon Tessa? Coon is one of the most disgusting things that you can call a person. And we know Contessa is back. Heavenly called her Coon Tessa. What if it was Contessa? Or her husband, Heavenly, the one that you said that you believe is abusing her? What if it was them? What if it was Quad, Heavenly? Because when she not in your presence, you talking about her. But then when she in your presence, you're not. Hey, Winter Woman Land. What if it was, them? What if it was Simone? What if it was Toya? What if it was Anila? The list can go on and on and on. What if it was Martell? What if it was Coleslaw? How y'all just gonna blindly name a whole group of people that support Melody Cherie? Thank you, Winter. Run that money. Run that money. Facts. Winter said, I tell y'all what, the Melometers are due some money for carrying part of the season on their backs. Can you say it again, child? And guess what? They gonna carry the second half as well, because I can guarantee you, Messy Car, and shout out to Winter Woman Land, formerly of under the umbrella of Carlos King, formerly. Winter said, I'm out of here from Love and Marriage DC. But I totally agree with you. Damn, I wanted to be at the reunion, baby, the way they. Woo, child. Everybody, Destiny and Tisha tried to sit there and come up with something. They lied. Now I ain't going there with them folks. I'm not going there because of them fans. Then we found out that they were still negotiating their contracts. And that's why it was Valentine's Day. They sitting there recording, acting like they discussing going to a podcast that was in January. Come on now. It is not Mel's fault that she has the support that she has, the fans that she has, but I always bring it back to, how did we get here? And when I say we, I'm talking about me. You know what I mean? How did I get here? I got here number one from being a supporter of Mel from Love and Marriage Huntsville season 1, episode 1. I got here when God told Mel to go, and I purchased a hat before there was even a Melometers. How did people get here? People got here from what we are still watching today. Shout out to the Cutie crew and the Patroni Cuties, because we're watching season 1, and we'll be meeting Friday or Saturday. I'll let you guys know. We're on episode 12, and we saw the shade, some that I missed initially from episode 1 with everybody. So when people started watching and continued to watch, and then started rooting for her because she got up out that bullshit with Martell, her fan base grew. But don't act like people like myself will just come out here and give commentary for nothing. And I just started my channel 2 years ago. It wasn't initially when the show started. And it should have been. You know what I mean? Because we witnessed and we are still witnessing shit that the castmates have been able to get away with and still be on that show. The main one, Martell Hope, the main one, with a record, convicted. Carlos King, Heaven, you ain't got no phone calls about that? Anybody call and say it's a damn shame that you still trying to sell him as a ladies' man? Carlos still trying to sell him as a ladies' man. This upstanding gentleman that will release Revenge P. It's okay, sis. I changed it. I think I'm gonna be fast. Child. So I changed it. But thank you for being here. Pink Table Topics. If you guys are not following my sis, Pink Table Topics, make sure to do so. Excellent discussion last night. Due to the family emergency, you know why I had to dip out after an hour or so. But excellent discussion. But anyway, Carlos has allowed this man to stay on this show while knowing that Martell has pushed folks, a woman to be exact. And the lady that he pushed was a part of the crew when Carlos and Mel was doing that show. Was it Behind Every Woman? Let me know in the chat. Behind Every Woman? Mel and Carlos used to have their show. Martell was mad. I don't know if she was pregnant, Rob, but I know, it was revealed. Okay, thank you, Cookie. Yeah, a part of the cast. Martell was upset, child, because that marriage at that time was in the process of being dissolved. Stormed the set, which I believe, I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I believe that they may have been taping that. I don't know. Wherever it was, he stormed the set, pushed the lady. And you know Carlos King was informed about that. Behind Every Man. Okay, I didn't know if it was man or woman. But yeah, Behind Every Man. I knew that. Pushed the woman that was a part of Carlos's crew. Still kept his job. Then we know, allegedly, him and Marceau came to blows. Allegedly. They say that's when Marceau, went out and put that restraining order on Martell. Then we know Jay, sweetheart Jay Taylor. Martell tried to get at him too. Who was there? Carlos King. That was at the reunion. So I said all that to say this. This is why she has a support group. This is why she has melometers, because we can't imagine if she didn't. That's a scary thought for me. What if she didn't have these people that come out here and slang and bang for her so she can focus on her children and their lives and livelihood, and get on the good foot, which she's done. Got on a good foot, took off running, and ain't stopped yet. But I couldn't imagine if she did not have the support of people that come out here and are content creators, or that come out here and are subscribers, or that's just on her Instagram page or whatever. That's a scary thought to me, because everything would be done in the dark. That's a scary thought. But Carlos know all of that, and he don't need to know more. He got other projects going on, guys. So yeah, he can go ahead and tell Funky don't even call out the melometers for me. I know you're not covering the show. I know it may not make sense. Even when it comes to Tasha K. People saying, well, who is that? Tasha K got over 1 million subscribers. And from what I understand, a lot of people didn't even know who Melody, as she put, and she know that that's wrong because she is definitely not Holt, but she put Melody Holt. Her people asking her, why? What you doing that for? Who? I don't. So I always question, when it's not their commentary, why they all of a sudden start speaking. Tasha K let it be known her damn self why she started speaking, because Martell Holt reached out to her, told her that she letting the bodyguard rub her feet and her toes, child. This is what, let me say this real quick, and it's off topic, but I was saying too, this would have been the ultimate receipt for me. Because Martell brought that shit up at the reunion, and I would have had them to bring out Jason and his wife. That's how I would have shut that shit down. I know that's off topic. You want receipts? I'm gonna give you receipts. There you go. But anyway, Tasha K came out because of Martell. Funky Dineva came out because of Carlos. Heavenly been wanting to drop Carlos King. Ben. Out of her own mouth, because she was tired of taking the blame for the shit that they was discussing on Messy Mondays. She was tired of Carlos throwing up under the bus. She was really tired of Carlos not giving a damn. But as I mentioned, I did a search on my own page of videos where I mentioned Heavenly, Carlos, or whatever the case may be. And Carlos definitely tried to clap back. And I don't know, I would have to look at my own video, but I believe he said something to the fact of giving her a chance. It was a repost of a post that applied to what was trending at that time. But again, 1 year ago, October 2023, Dr. Heavenly called out Carlos King. I would have to go back and watch that video. This was 1 month ago. Heavenly is Carlos's mouthpiece, and Mel called him out. Heavenly said, cast of Love in Maritinsville is jealous of Melody. I'm just reading all of this so you guys can see how wishy-washy Dr. Heavenly is. Right here. This was 2 years ago. Dr. Heavenly said Martell Holt is thirsty. This is when they went on Carlos's show. I'm going to have to reshare that, child. I got to rewatch it as well. But it's been on and popping. Heavenly has been intertwined in the Love and Maritinsville story and all of that. And it don't take a melometer or anybody else to call Heavenly out on anything. Heavenly's mouth is probably what got Heavenly you know, feeling some type of way. Again, if it's true, because she said she wanted to stop messy Mondays because of Carlos. Marquez cried chow on that phone with his grandmama, and Heavenly ass couldn't sleep that night. Couldn't sleep. Tossed and turned. And went live on Instagram. And I'll go through my Villo because I know I got that full live. Went live on Instagram, baby, with tears in her eyes, and said she do not want to break up families. But when Marquez was talking, she believed everything that Marquez was saying. So, was it the melometers? No. Again, unless you can play everybody a phone call of somebody saying, I'm a melometer. I'm going to give you an example. Funky Dineva, Carlos King, Marceau, Tisha, Wanda, everybody. Unless this happens. Hello, yes. City of Huntsville. I am a melometer. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't know what a melometer is? A melometer is a person that supports a woman on the show Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't know what Love and Marriage Huntsville is? Well, Love and Marriage Huntsville is a show that's on OWN that's, I mean, come on now. If y'all can't play that, stop, stop, stop. Y'all know this shit is game, and game recognize game. You cannot just say, I got a phone call and it was, I can't say it's 45. My damn phone, I can't wait till this damn election is over. My phone going off, my text messages going off. Am I going to come out here and say, and it is recordings of 45? Am I going to come out here and make a goddamn fool of myself and tell y'all, guess what? I got a call from 45, the orange man. No. So and I hate things like they or y'all or whatever. I hate saying that. But stop playing with folks' intelligence. And Carlos, you're trying to be messy. Hold on, guys. Oh, StreamYard just gave me a black screen. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. I see myself moving. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna chat 3 minutes tops. And then I'm gonna go be fast. I'm gonna go be fast and go to a little hot pot restaurant tonight. Okay, you guys can hear me. But Carlos, look, if you ain't got the guts to come on out here and stop using folks to say what you really want to say, as I mentioned the other day, pull back. You pull back from Messy Mondays. You pull back from being the reunion host. You pull back from just all of these hats and that you're wearing when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because these are Carlos's thoughts. Because guess what? As a production company, when it comes to what's being allowed to be said as a whole, the melometers are doing this, males fans, males people, you supposed to do your due diligence. Especially if you're trying to live up to what you told Mel years ago. I got your back. I'm going to protect you. He don't need Mel anymore. He's making more money. And kudos to him. I'm never going to hate. He's making more money in different areas. And yeah, F her, basically. So, we shall see. I do think, as I mentioned, guys, that this will continue on in the second half of the season. I do think that it was a part of the discussion at the reunion. Like Winter said, y'all need to run some folks they money. What's that little goofy stuff that I hate? Oh, I'm about to sound real goofy because I don't like it. At first, I was like, what are they doing? I'm still like they, but what do they say? Just give me my money. I can't even say it. Just give me my money. You guys know what I'm talking about? The little TikTok challenge. Give folks their money. You didn't use Mel for 8 seasons. Now you're going to use her people. The only thing that I would somewhat understand being talked about, and again, I can't even say that. I was about to say when it comes to the lawsuits, but no, I can't even say that because guess what? They not talking about Mel and Martell shit. They not talking about the Revenge P. They not talking about the Bird coming out here and saying that it was Martell that wanted her to release it. So we already know he's allowed Stormy's lawsuit to be spoken about. We know he gonna flip the script when it comes to Martell. I mean, not Martell, Maurice having a good ass time with who? Funky Dineva, because that's when Maurice got that DUI. Carlos is going to allow Maurice to flip the script. I'm not ready, peep game. Kimmy saying, I don't know what to help you with. Maurice said, I don't know if you can help me. So, second half of the season, we will see Maurice with some type of issue. Some type of issue, and that's going to be his reason for turning to the bottle. No, sir. Funky Dineva came in town and y'all clowned. Y'all clowned. Funky Dineva even made a video. Now, how did I get in this? Joking. So it's BS. It is a whole scheme set up by none other than, in my opinion, Carlos K. That's it. That's all. That's it. And those are my opinions. And I just think that Carlos got some people, people to come out here and do his dirty work. And I think it's gonna be more. I think it's going to be more. I wouldn't be shocked if Carlos put in a call to Tasha K. I wouldn't be shocked. Other content creators, Carlos put a call. He didn't already start striking uh 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 Melometer content creators channels. But yeah, he wants a mouthpiece. And that's why Funky Dineva came out here. And as I mentioned, he was loud and wrong. Loud and wrong. But I'm gonna read a couple comments and then I'm gonna take me a shower and get on up out of here. SNG777 said Carlos needs to thank the Melometers for carrying this entire season. DG said Mel didn't even watch this season until the girls' trip, and she started going live to review the show and correct the record. Facts. She didn't watch nor promote. Carlos is gonna edit this year's reunion. I believe you. I believe you. Don't forget, a big why is that Mel does not promote Love in Mirror Huntsville anymore. Facts. I was over there in Mel's live today, and somebody asked her about the reunion or whatever. She's like, I can't tell you about the reunion, but I could tell you about these scrubs. You know what I mean? Mel peep game. And Carlos, you are not slick. You are not slick. Ain't it crazy how we just had that prayer fast and all hell has broken loose literally right after? Move big, God. Mel is built for the attack, and she has a whole army of support sitting on ready. Facts. Child, Mel ain't thinking about these attempts to attack. I keep telling you guys, go over there and take a look at Mel. Take a look at her stories. Take a look at her lives. All I saw today was smiles, laughter. They're having fun. They're making skits and all of that. Mel ain't thinking about those people. Now, will she cash a check? Absolutely. I know I would. But I don't think she's moved at all. But I get what you're saying, Chronicles of Kim K. I do. Um, the black delegation, not Rachel Dolezal, child. With the braids, Rachel could braid her ass off, child. Rachel could braid some French braids. You trading Carlos for Rachel? Give us Andy. Let Carlos go over there and ruin since he loved Bravo so much. Let him go over there. CK disrespect Mel since she does not have a man on the show that has her back. That too. That too. That too. And again, the man that he allows to stay is Martell Hope. And he wonder why people out here making videos. He wonder, Funky Dineva, everybody, y'all really wonder why? Imagine if that was your mom. Imagine if that was your sister or your niece or somebody, and you know everything that's going on. Carlos, you can't be a YouTube content creator and claim that you don't know the real when it comes to Mel and Martell. He know it. He know it. Um, Bravo is here. Bravo Child's just about to hit end. I just hit an hour. I'm like, this is a power hour, baby.
Hour, yes.
Yes, but give me your
I
thought.
didn't.
Look, I've been busy today, child. I done released 3, 4 videos. Girl, I'm gonna sit my tail down and go eat. But what's your
Right.
thoughts, Bravo?
It's the same old mess with Carlos. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he really uses us as a way for someone who is fading, that we're really not paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they need a storyline, you know, his jealousy of Mel. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he can't know himself. He can't. It's just like he goes to sleep, and as soon as he stops thinking about Melometers or Mel, he wakes up unfulfilled,
Oh,
because
child.
that's how he gets his juju. That's his go juice. Is his hate on Mel and the
Mm-hmm.
Melometers, and so he
But
spreads it around.
where did the change come from? Why did it happen? Because at one point he wouldn't allow certain things. What was it? Was it because she divorced Martell? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, child, I think he has a crush, on Hotel, and has. I don't know what it is, because he's obsessed just as much as he's obsessed with Male. He has shown us that he's just obsessed with Martell and the men
Mm-hmm.
on the show and the men on other shows. It's just like, you can do no wrong if you're a man, and if you hate more on a black woman, then he's there. I mean, it's some kind of psyche thing going on with him, because what is his problem with black women unless they're acting ratchet or
Yeah.
uh, or beyond submissive? He doesn't want to deal with them. So,
Mm.
I
That's a
mean,
good way to look
I
at it.
mean, I think it goes deeper than what we think. You
Yeah,
know,
it's puzzling, but we've seen it happening for years. For me,
for
when
years.
I really, really knew that he didn't give a damn about Mel, was on that reunion stage when he said he believes that coleslaw is the whole restaurant. I said, damn,
Yeah, I was
cold
like,
blooded.
ew,
That's cold blooded. You gonna
ew. I
say
mean, to
she the
me,
whole restaurant? Go ahead.
right, and his success to me has been written off of Mel and
Fact.
her concepts and all of the stuff. And you would think somebody like that, I mean, if it had been me, you, or anybody with some kind of real sense, where's your gratitude? He's
And
disgusting.
loyalty.
And loyalty. Because
Yes.
I don't believe, now makes me question, especially after catching some of the episodes you've been reviewing from season one. Now it
Mhm.
makes me question, did you ever give a damn about Mel? Because
You couldn't
was
have.
Yeah, because it was a money grab, but also it seemed like you wanted to be on the show or something. I don't know. I don't know, but
Mhm.
it's a laugh to me that they use try to use it now. We're not, no one is going anywhere. We support Mel because of who she is, not because of the show.
Yeah.
And the
Fact,
show was
fact,
just yeah, the show was just a precipice and an introduction to Mel. And
facts. And for me, as long as she's on the show, I'm watching the show. That's just me. So I know a lot of people black out and all of that. For me, as long as she show up, because I kind of understand what that's about as well. Again, this is her shit. I don't care what Carlos say or anybody else. We wouldn't know Tisha, Marceau, Wanda, Kimmy, Maurice, Destiny. We wouldn't know any of them if it wasn't for Mel. And I'll throw Martell in there for good measure. So yeah, if I was in Mel's position, all y'all ass is gonna leave when I leave. And how y'all gonna leave? I'm gonna go ahead and put a lawsuit in on this shit. Then I'm done. I dare y'all to film. That's how deep it is for me. But
right,
I don't know. Bravo, you made a good point about submission and all of that because I do think that sometimes based off of how you were raised. So I don't know, and may she rest in peace. Carlos's mom, if she was the submissive type, stayed at home, raised the kids. I kind of feel like I heard him say that before. And I don't think that a lot of them really like the boss that Mel is. I do think that they all wanted her to fail, and she hasn't, you know?
absolutely, absolutely, they wanted her to fail. And if she does jump on that lawsuit, the Melometers need to. I mean, when she does do a lawsuit, the Melometers need to jump on it too. Get our,
Uh,
get the check because
right.
because I mean, come
Okay, the way they're using the names, child.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. And to me, I don't think that what the only reason why anything that they're saying is having any validity is because it's from people who are jealous and hate Mel. I mean, because there's no way, no one who has seen how Melometers move think that anybody is sitting up there and wants to deal with people who Melometers don't deal with people who hate Mel. We don't
Yeah.
follow you. We it's not no. It doesn't make sense. Why would
Mm.
we deal with people who hate Mel? Why would we entertain you? Any information we get is from CCs, and that's so that we can be aware of who is actually targeted now, like Heavenly, Carlos, the cast, and
But
all of that.
let me interject just a
Right.
little bit when it comes to that. When it comes to what we get, content
Right.
creators, you all get it too. Most times we get it in real time. So in a sense, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
not like
exactly.
there's this order of whatever. For me, I started as a supporter again before the name Melometer was ever created. And it's a lot of other women that started off that way. You probably did too, Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Again, based off of the treatment that we saw on that show, based off of the jerk that she was married to. People been speaking about trauma bonding. We spoke about this in Let Loose Lounge and all of that. That's their thing. They're trauma bonding. Don't even know the true meaning, definition,
Ooh,
and all of that. No,
yeah.
I could just look at that Negro and tell he's no good, and I could just not like him because of that. That does not
Once.
mean I had to go through everything that Mel went through in order for me to support Mel. No, I don't like the way he treat his kids. I don't like what he's doing to their mom. I don't like how he's using the bird to get at their mom and the things that she said. So that's why a lot of us, again, imagine Ariane Curry would still be going live every damn day had the melometers slash melody supporters hadn't shut her ass down.
Period.
That's why people have rallied around Mel. God damn, I done went through this with my husband. Now I got the bird. Now I got Maurice. Now I got Tisha. Now I got Marceau. Now I got Kimmy. Damn, and now I got Carlos. You had the nerve to sit. I wish it would have been me. You done set your ass next to me and said she the whole restaurant Negro. There wouldn't even be a love in Maritime if it wasn't for me.
Um,
How dare you?
no, right. I think that set would have had to be rebuilt if that was said in my presence.
Ratings would have been
I
lovely.
mean, what
Ratings would have been lovely if it was
they
me.
would have been
Ratings,
fantastic.
baby,
Child.
baby. They would have said, no, she didn't cuss
Yes,
out
baby.
the creator like that. I would have cussed his ass out. How low
Straight,
down.
straight out.
So Carlos
It's
King, hold on, Bravo. Carlos King, if you're wondering why people that once liked you to a certain extent or whatever the case may be, and they pull back on it, that was one of the main reasons for me. And look, I do not wish any of them to fail. I'm not like that. So yeah, I'm not trying to ruin nobody's business. I'm not calling nobody. I'm not looking up y'all information and doxing you and doing this. I'm not doing any of that because I don't want that karma to come back on me. But I can say I ain't like that shit, and because you did that, I ain't gotta rock with you like that. That's the extent for me. Go ahead, Bravo, and then we're gonna be out of here, child.
yeah. I just think that it's never going to change with Carlos. I think there's, like I said, there's something like that doesn't click all the way over because
Mm,
you cannot watch that type of abuse mentally and whatever, and to the extent that it's been on your show, and say, you need to he goes on there crying for the man and all that, and then he'll do a little like piece of chastisement. It's weird. He's obsessed with him, and I think that
mhm,
that's his goal is to see if he can generate enough hate of male, because there's no goal of
mhm.
generating love for her or
Yeah.
support for her on his end. Why are we hearing this mess right
Yeah,
after
well,
you filmed the reunion?
yeah, but the thing about that is we don't need Carlos to generate support. Mel don't need, let me not say me. Mel don't need Carlos to generate support for her because she
Mhm.
got it. She already
She got
got it. She got more
right.
than he does. And I think that's one of the issues. Hold on, Bravo. Let me read a couple comments. Flojo. Flojo said, hello. I've been in the bushes being spectacious, but I had to come out and say still. Flojo, you love when I say still. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for dropping down and commenting. Thank you for that. Let me read a couple more, Bravo. Let's see. Let me scroll up. That's because he wants her ex-husband. Meme said they would have had to call a popo on me. London said my husband cousin is the reality king on TV. Let me read that again. My
Mm,
husband cousin is the reality king on TV. Between us on this channel, not naming names. Your your husband, little child, I got tongue tied. Your husband's cousin, is he a part of the crew? Is that what you're saying? London, let me know. Rob said cussed him up and down that reunion stage. Baby, it would have been the highest rated episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because I would have cussed Carlos ass out. You sitting there wiping my tears, and talking to me and Martell both, and more than others, and you gonna sit your ass and say she the whole restaurant just because what? How she the whole restaurant? Because she was open 24/7. That's just it. That's all. Let's see. Couple more, Bravo. But he really doesn't have to. God have her, and they all will reap everything that they've sowed. Right. Just look at Martell and see his horrible behavior. I also think daughter of Israel said that Carlos is trying to blame Melometers. So if she ever decides to leave and go to another show, he's painting a narrative that when you get Mel, you have to deal with her fans too. Oh, good point. Good.
Wow.
But to shut that shit down, she got her own damn network. Who you gonna call me? You know? Go ahead, Bravo. I'm gonna start. I'm sorry, hold on for 1 second, Bravo. Daughter of Israel, thank you so much. You said Martell never cared for Mel. It was business, in my opinion. Excellent point. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tyra gifted one person, and that is Sweet Essence. Sweet Essence, make sure to thank Tyra. She gifted a Cutie Crew membership. Thank you so much, Tyra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bravo. Before I tell you to go, hold on 1 second, child. Let me go to these cash apps, child. Let me go to these cash apps. Okay. Who is this? Okay. Thank you. Child, they be sending cash apps just to say a message. Thank you. DM me a sizable one too. DM me on Instagram. I appreciate you. I gotta keep it a secret, child. Is this some tea? I think it's some tea. Go ahead, Bravo, and we're gonna get out of here. We had an hour and 15 minutes, and I
Yeah.
jumped on as soon as I got off of work.
Right. It's time to eat. We're eating late here, so
Mhm.
but I don't know. I feel the same way I've always felt about CK Carlos King for years. He just nailed it in the coffin when he came with when Mel came with her show and how he's run her show. He's
Mhm.
disgusting. He's just disgusting.
All
And
right.
but enjoy your dinner. Thanks for having me up. I'm glad
I be
I
trying
keep
to
your
be just
notifications.
look. I changed the time. I'm going again to have a hot pot, and then but members only is tomorrow. But I got on when I got off of work. I got to remember I'm behind you guys 3 hours Eastern, so my late is late. So yeah, I can push myself. I work 10-hour days, but I said
Mm.
I'm gonna go ahead and go live and then be a little fast tonight. You know, or just, dinner. Cookie from the Shy. Thank you so very much, Cookie, for the Cash app. I appreciate you. But look, guys, it's been amazing. Thank each and every one of you that joined me. If you did not hit the like button, please make sure to hit the like button on your way out. Bravo. Shout out to you for coming up here. You are
Thank you.
always just a breath of fresh air when it comes to giving your commentary. I
Mm.
really appreciate you. I'll see you at members only if you aren't busy tomorrow, okay?
Okay, bye. Love ya.
All right. Love you. Bye, Bravo. Shout out again to the cuties. Thank you guys for joining me. Sort of impromptu, but not. Just a time change. But shout out to the cutie mods. We got Pink Table Topics representing. We got Tyra representing. We got the legend of the mods, Linda Gamble in the building. We got my Aunt Debbie in the building. Thank you guys so much. Check out that video. I'm gonna try to find the other one. I don't know if Heavenly's live is in the video that I shared, but yeah, there's been, in my opinion, trouble in paradise when it comes to Heavenly and Carlos, and I'm going to take Heavenly's word, not Funky Dineva's or nobody else. Heavenly been said she was gonna stop doing messy Mondays. So all that other bullshit is just what it is. Bullshit. Neva P. I don't know how I'm gonna get ready for my date, child. I'm sipping on a strawberry smash, truly unruly. You know, I think of Trulies every time I see you. But shout out to the cutie crew. Again, thank you guys so much. I'm out of here. I appreciate it. Oh, what's your name? To go say it if it has to be said. Oh, T gonna say it if it has to be said. All right, T. That's what we saying about Carlos. Carlos, you need to say it if it has to be said. Don't use Funky and everybody else. And Funky, you never like Mel. So go ahead on somewhere with this. But good evening to you, T. Go say it. DG, I'm gonna read your comment on the way out the door. I wonder if his mom didn't. Oh, I don't know about that. Let me take it off the screen, child, and read it. Because I don't want to talk about nobody that's no longer here. It's a possibility, DG. You know, we would never know. We would never know. Ooh, sis, child, I still got the clank clank. The clank clank. You know, maybe Christmas time, child. Maybe because I'm not gonna be too fast, because baby, I got the chit chat chastity belt in full effect. Do you hear me? But you could take me to dinner. I'll hold your hand. That's about it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sis, get on up out of here. And if you don't take your tail to bed last night, Pink Diva was up to the wee hours of the morning, child, being messy. I said, look at my sis. Ooh, child. I was dozing in and off, and I hear another text message. I said, what is she doing? Girl, she was on one, Bravo. She was on one. Oh, Teresa, I emailed myself something just for you. Let me show you, because I don't want you to think I was playing, child. Sis, girl, I woke up this morning and it was a damn text message waiting. I said, what the hell type of energy drink is she on over there? She did an excellent live that was about 3 hours. And child, she was still at it, but we got a cackle. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me stop. StreamYard tripping. Oh, I may not be able to share it, Teresa. Hold on. Let me see. Pink Diva was on one, baby. You were still working. Okay. Oh, girl. I woke up. I said, oh, I didn't even respond to this last message. It may not let me share this. Let me see. Let me look at my phone. But Teresa, I told you, child, I am hooked on those. It's weird. I can't see it on my phone. I mean, I can't see it on my screen, but I can see it on my phone. But Teresa, I told you last night when I was over there at Pink Table Topics that I placed another order, baby, for them lemon, and I'm about to place another one. So yeah, I'm just throwing that in at the end. But let me see if I could get out of here. StreamYard is, oh my goodness. My whole screen was black. I couldn't see myself, the chat, or nothing. Um, how I see it. Hey, how are you? Okay, I'm out of here, guys. Shout out to the content creators in the building. Tyra, you bet not tell Papa Tyra on me. You bet not tell Papa Tyra on me. He know I'm innocent and a sweetheart. Tell him I'm not going to jail. I promise. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. This was excellent. We had to drop a couple receipts. Go watch that video that I shared. And if I find another one, the other one that I'm thinking of, or I may re-upload. That's what I'm going to do. When I get in tonight, I'm going to go through my files, find Heavenly's live, and then y'all get the message on over there to Funky Dineva and let Funky Dineva know she been made this decision. And it didn't have a damn thing to do with males, fans, supporters, or melometers. Period. But I'm out of here. What you say? See? Teresa, stop. Shall we gonna order them all up? I'm about to order because they cheap. You get about 15, I think, for $3.33 or something like that. So and when I love something, that's what I do. So yeah, I think I'm about to order some more tonight. And then I'm done until after the new year. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night to you as well. And as Charlotte said, you guys have a peaceful, blessed night. Y'all be good out in these streets. Ciao. Cutie crew, I will see you guys tomorrow for a topic of the day. And then I'll also see you guys tomorrow evening for members only. And then I think we'll do Let Loose Lounge on Saturday, because I really got to get back in the swing of things when it comes to Saturday. So since we're having members only tomorrow, we'll have Let Loose Lounge on Saturday. But I'll see you guys live on the main page either tomorrow or Friday, one of them. But I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you if you sent me a Cash App, super sticker, super chat. Thanks in the comment section. It's a couple of you that I have to go back and comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I'm out of here. Have a good night. And I'll chat if I could find it, child. I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.